One of the fears was if you talk to children and youth about suicide, they're going to do it. Well, the fact is, they're already doing it. They're not talking to the people, the adults in their community, their parents and their families, and those are the people that really need to hear this.
For too many teens, the odds are inescapable. Someone they know is going to kill themselves. It's only a matter of time. Suicide rates in Saskatchewan are 26 times higher for Indigenous girls than their non-Indigenous peers, 6 times higher for Indigenous boys. The issue came to shocking light in October of last year when 6 girls in northern Saskatchewan, all between the ages of 10 and 14, killed themselves. The province's advocate for children and youth investigated and says that he discovered young people know what the problem is and they know what needs to be done. Corey O'Soup's report focused on what he heard directly from the Indigenous youth he spoke to. They had several calls to action: stop bullying in their communities, increase emotional support for families, address drug and alcohol use, and provide more diverse activities for youth. O'Soup says it's also critical that the federal and provincial governments end inequity in healthcare funding for Indigenous children and back suicide prevention strategies. Our Olivia Stefanovic spoke to some of those teens and heard a better strategy is a matter of life and death.
Well, it was quite of a bit of a hard downfall for like about 2 years.
15-year-old Daniel Bird nervously recalls the moment that changed everything for him.
Here and there. The night before my mother passed, all I could really remember is that I was yelling at her and all that kind of stuff. And in the morning, I woke up and I came to check on her, and well, I was just trying to make sure she was okay. And
Daniel says he pushed his ear against his mom to see if she was breathing. She wasn't.
It's like I felt like walls were enclosing around me, and I felt like they weren't there, like weren't real at all. But yet I could just feel it starting to gently squeeze up against me.
It was a feeling of loss, desperation that so many teens in this part of Saskatchewan know.
I'm don't have a great connection with all the people here anymore.
Joel Cross is the same age as Daniel. He wants to get out of La Ronge.
And a lot of people don't feel comfortable here, don't feel safe. You only hear about the things that happen bad in this town.
Daniel only opened up about his experience when the province's child and youth advocate visited his community this past year. He says he's found strength since and has this message for others.
You are perfect, and you are born, and you were born perfect. It's just that your situations always weren't perfect.
A sentiment that he hopes other young people think about before they consider taking their own lives. Olivia Stefanovic, CBC News, La Ronge, Saskatchewan.